Well, welcome back, my friends all, to another rousing rendition of Choir Boys Outdoors, a Where in the World is Scab Whitney at Blade Show rendition. That's part of it. We're going to touch on that. A box opening, which y'all know I excel, probably the best damn channel on YouTube at opening the box. I'm going to show you some stuff I'm shipping out. We're going to do some shout outs, and we're going to do all those things. It's hot as hell outside. I work outside. I work for a living. If you followed the channel one iota, you know that. If this is your first Choir Boys Outdoors video, welcome. I've got a bunch of hard use videos, a bunch of riding around shouting at people. If you want to check that kind of thing out, this is more just kind of a chilled hangout talk. We are built around knives and blades and reviews and swinging and doing that kind of stuff. We're going to talk about some of that too. But if this is your first video, let me tell you a couple things you can expect. You can expect a long, rambling, long-winded video that doesn't make sense, but I'll not ask you to subscribe. I won't ask you to smash that like button, and I won't ask you to comment. I will not ask you to join my Patreon or YouTube members. Those are just things I won't do. I will share 3 causes with you that are important to me, but those are just kind of things. Listen, let me cover this up front. I bought my tickets as soon as they were available for Blade Show. I think in February. Bought them. Boom. Went last year, man, with Donnie and Joe and just had a blast. It was a great time meeting everyone. Looked forward to it. Was excited. This year, Joe wasn't able to go. I found out late Donnie was going, but I got my tickets. And so I went to Blackie's. I did all that. And I was going to get my room and car and start to get all that situated, right? So I look up the room, and for some reason, I happen to double check the dates of Blade Show. Now, it's the 7th, 8th, and 9th. That's fine. Had it on the calendar. The 10th is Megatron and I's wedding anniversary, or 18th. We've been together 20 years, been married 18 on Monday. And the truth is, if you ask either one of us, we'd tell you we're both shocked as hell we made it, but we made it, and we made it together. From the time that I realized the correlation, I didn't have a peace about going. All me. I said something to Megan. She looked at me kind of like I was crazy. She said, "Babe, you're planning on it." I figured we just celebrate our anniversary anytime because that's what we do. I said, "Yeah, but I'm letting you guys know I do a lot of things by heart and by feel. It's just the way I've operated these 52 years. I wear my heart on my sleeve. I'm not scared to be emotional. I couldn't get a peace. Just being honest. And I needed to be. I have every reason in the world to be at Blade Show. We're going to go over 97,000 subscribers today. That's insane. For this channel that's ranked in about the bottom 5,000th of knife reviews to be close to 100K. I have business at Blade Show. Ken, from Last Chance Knives, won our blade making contest. Carnivora is supposed to be featuring the blade at their thing as we speak. That was the agreement. I needed to be there. And not that I don't think Don wouldn't do it, but it's my contest. I also needed to talk to Don about making a production run of knives based on the one Ken made. So Ken, I'm not ignoring, I haven't forgotten. I need to be there. It's a great way to connect. It's a great way to make it. It's great. So from a channel standpoint, every reason in the world I should be there, except one, the one that matters, the one that really is the whole reason I have a channel. There's no qualms. There's no conflict. I'm right where I want to be. More importantly than that, I'm right where I need to be. I am content and I am happy. Now, let me tell you this. If I wanted to go, in any other year, I probably would have gone. There's a couple of reasons specifically why I think this happened. And I got a call Thursday morning kind of confirming that. But I want you guys to know, I love you. For those of you who are at Blade Show, man, have a blast. Take pictures, tag me in them, and I'll see you next year. But for this year, again, I'm right where I want and need to be, and I am perfectly happy and content. That being said, let's jump into this. Now, I want to say this too, real quick. This is the ROSECRAFT Blades TARKANIS. I've been doing a series where I cut a bunch of industrial materials. We're on day 16. It's G10 handle scales. The steel is RPM 9. It's got some great jimping. Guys, I'm not the QVC, right? I'm not trying to say you shit. I'm not trying to convince you of shit. I show you the knife work. You make your opinion. These are on sale. Do I recommend it? Yes. Here's the deal. Am I ambassador for ROSECRAFT? Yes. But I want you to understand something. I do not support or endorse anything that I don't believe in or that I don't use. I won't do it. I work. I have a job. I have money. I don't need free knives. I just don't. I enjoy them. But I have to believe in something for me to really endorse it. One of the reasons you've seen me go to doing a lot of series with ROSECRAFT is one, out of appreciation and loyalty to ROSECRAFT for standing by me and sticking with me through a very difficult time, and I appreciate them for that. That's one reason. The other reason is I've become impressed with them, but here's the thing. My channel is more known for big-ass crazy knives, things like this, and big bash 'em, crash 'em reviews. So when I do pocket knives, they don't get the views. So I decided, here's what we'll do, because I want to support ROSECRAFT. I want to hold up to my end of being an ambassador. So I started doing these series, which I think have been game-changing, not only for me, but the channel. This knife is on day 16. It is on sale right now. I'll put a link in the description. It's RPM 9 steel, but here's the deal. It's heat treated well. It's G10 handle scales. I don't care what some knife nerd come up with about it. If it's sharp, if it holds an edge, if it does what it's supposed to do, if it's easy to sharpen, if it's there, I'm for it. This knife right now, today and tomorrow, is 40 bucks. That's the other thing. If you're new here, you don't ever hear me, push pricing. I rarely mention pricing because I'm about to open an expensive box of knives. So let me say this and let me make this clear. I will never in my life apologize for what I show on this channel. If it's a $700 hammer, if it's a $1,000 knife, I'm not here to apologize. I'm here to show knives. Again, I'm not the QVC. I'm not trying to convince you. I don't care. And it's a waste of breath trying to convince me. I use knives every day of my life, whether I need to or not. My goal with this channel is not 100K. It's a nice milestone. I want my play button. I want my plaque. I want that because I've earned it. It's not the goal. It's never been the goal. Free knives aren't the goal. Then what's the goal? To be the best in the world. And I've never made any qualms about that. I'm a long way from it. I know that. And I'm talking about knife testing. I'm not talking about quality and camera and all that shit. That'll come, right? I can't think of the word. The upgrade on content, the upgrade on production. That'll come, but I'm not worried about that. That has nothing to do. There's a lot of channels that have TV, movie quality, and they just aren't in the best in the world category when it comes to using a knife. I'd rather be the best in the world using a phone. That way, when we do up the production quality, and we do that, then it is something worth watching and not, oh, well, that's nice. I could have watched Forged and Fire. See? And that's not taking shot. I'm talking about me. Y'all know how I do. So this is a box from JR. We're going to dive into it. We're going to jump into it. I'm just going to pull them out. We're going to go over them. This is a big-ass knife. Good God. So we'll talk about them one by one. And then listen. Oh, I know what this is. This is from my favorite American small-time maker. This is from Jed Hornbeak. Now, this was made for JR. This is a Hornbeak custom camp knife. If you don't know who Jed Hornbeak is, you need to find out. This is absolutely first-rate, first-class. Holy hell. It's in 3V, G10 handle scales. This thing is a monster. Now, I want y'all to check something out. It's Harpoon. That's kind of some of this with Jed. You're going to get a lot of artistic freedom. That's just the way he does. Man, that feels great in hand. Now, Jed makes stuff with all kind of steels. 3V, 5160, 1095, just about anything you want. A lot of CPM D2, and he does an amazing job. I've got 4 or 5 of his knives here. I've got to get some more reviews done, and I've got to send a couple back to him. I've bought a couple that I absolutely adore. Look at that. The balance points there. This is a huge knife. I love this. But here's where the artsy-fartsy part of Hornbeak comes in. Look at that. Jed made this sheath, dude. So he included some paracord. We've got a ferro rod, a striker. We've got a tool that I am jealous as hell of. A custom-made Jed Hornbeak do-all type tool. Look at that. You got your bits in there. I don't know that there's a better machinist in the knife game than Jed Hornbeak. I'm just going to tell you. This thing is first rate, and we're going to do a full review on it. Ferro rod, guys, this thing's just badass, man. Jed kills it, dude. I'll tag him in the description. I've been looking forward to this one. Now, Jed is a custom maker, so you're not going to get, discount pricing with Jed. But I'll tell you this, he's a good dude. He'll work with you, talk to him. I love Hornbeak. Golly, that's just badass. Let's keep moving. I don't know how many knives are in here. We'll go through them. Every time JR's like, I'm just going to send you a couple, buddy. And it's a box full. By the way, I just finished up Timbo's box. Timbo, thank you, brother. I'll be sending those back to you this week. Let's see what we got here. Okay. This is Architect knives. I asked JR if he had heard of them, so of course he bought a couple of them. CPM 3V. That looks like micarta. Decent little sheath there. Ferro rod holder there. Let's take a look. I've been really, really intrigued with Architect. I hope you can see that. That's just a damn good looking knife. Now, these Architects, I'm going to try to turn quickly. I'm sending these to Donnie B all day. When I get done with them, that's impressive. I like the way that feels a lot. Now this one, this is the Architect knife 6.5 and 3V. Great little knife. Love the feel of that. Oh yeah, I actually requested this one. This is the Hinderer K-Bar. I believe it looks full tang. It feels amazing in hand. No, I haven't seen anybody else's review on it. No, I don't care. So anything negative in the comments, just save your breath. Listen to me. Let me explain this to y'all too. We make up our own mind. I don't give a shit what Hansel and Gretel does. I don't care what Joe X broke, and I love Joe. I'm part of Joe's Patreon. I don't give a shit. We make our own decisions. This thing is badass. I can tell you this, it feels amazing, whether you like Rick, whether you don't. This is a good feeling knife. I'm anxious to put this one to the test. Of course, leather sheath, absolutely gorgeous. Good fit. Fit and finish is 10 after 10. Handcrafted in the USA, you got to have that, I guess. And Mexicans make some damn good leather too now. Mexican leather is pretty kick-ass. Full tang it is. I guess the pommel's just screwed on, but it is a full tang knife, so we'll check that out. Let's keep moving. I got a bunch. That's why I'm trying to move through them. Well, not a bunch, but yeah, a bunch. All right, this is a Rife, I don't know, an F5. I really don't know how you say it, and I want to be respectful to the company. It's CPM 3V. It's REIFF. I've heard every way known to man. I've been very impressed. I'm going to call it Rife for now, not being smart, but I've just been impressed with their build quality. I believe that's micarta. Feels good in hand. Taco style Kydex sheath. Almost reminds me a little bit of a Tops with this back here. Really does feel good in hand. Ferro rod striker placed there. Bam. 25 degree, 800 grit working edge. Let's see which one this is. That's dope. I like everything about this. Okay, this is another Architect. Looks like purple micarta, aka AK 5.5. Man, these things feel good in hand, dude. They really, really do. Now, Tops is the OEM. Okay, so that's really what I wanted to compare these two, was Tops. But you see the balance there. Feels really good in hand. Feels like a great bushcrafting knife. I'm telling you. Well, instead of telling you, let's see. I got the scale right here. This thing, now take a good look. All right, it's zeroed out. 9.6 ounces. That is pretty light for a fixed blade. Feels great in hand. When it resets, we're going to do the other one. Nope, that was the Rife. Let's check this one. 13.6. All right. So here's the thing. When you get a knife, or in my opinion, what I've found after doing this, what I've found is you got a bigger knife that's well balanced. It's not just like when I first started, you know, everything was chopping. And let me say this too. I've been putting out a lot of shorts from when I started the channel. That's by design. One is it keeps my weight in front of me and it lets me know how far I've come. But let me tell you one thing that I've noticed on those videos. All right, so the Hornbeak is 1 pound, 2.6 ounces. It is a monster blade. Well, let me tell you what I've figured out watching those videos. The channel, while I needed vast improvement on weight and vast improvement on health and vast improvement on knife acumen, I was having a blast. I was having fun. Every video was fun. You could hear it, you could see it. That's where we're going back to. I'm the one who's put so much pressure on myself to get all the knife reviews done and all that. We're going back to having fun, man. If it means a video a day, if it means one a week, whatever it means, and I'm going to find that out, we're about to hit that milestone. And when you hit a milestone, it's great. You can't stop. But I'm at a point now whether it's like, okay, we're going to do one or two things. We're either going to swap things up, take our leap forward like we're supposed to, or we're going to shut it down. I don't want to shut it down. I'm loving what I'm doing, but we're going to have fun. We're going to put the heart and the soul back into it like it was when I started, and we're going to move forward. No matter if we get another 100,000. Listen, again, I'm not stopping at 100K. At 1,000, when I hit 1,000 subscribers, it was a major milestone, right? Because you're trying to get there, and if you don't have a channel, you don't understand, or it's hard to understand. It is a goal that you set for yourself, right? You don't have to have a channel to understand setting goals. I'm not saying that. But I've seen people, well, it's silly. It's silly because you don't have it. It's silly because it's not yours. And it's hard not to, as you come towards close to a goal, want to celebrate with the people who got you there, you know? But when I was close to 1,000, when I hit 1,000, I actually kind of got depressed and kind of, for a couple of weeks, it was just like, what now? I didn't look beyond it because I was so focused on it. Now with 100K, we're way beyond it in our head, way beyond it. I want to stop. I want to celebrate. And I'm not going to do some video where it's like I'm receiving an Emmy. I quit doing that about 6,000. But we're going to have a celebration. We may go live. What I'd really love to happen is to hit 100K on June 23rd or 24th. That'll be the anniversary of the channel, 4 years on. We'll go live. We'll have a good time. This is the Spartan Blades. Which one is this? This is their Nessmuk style. Thank you, JR. 1095, Crovan. I love bashers and crashers, but there will always be a special place in my heart for Nessmuks and Kephart and the Bowies and the things that started the American knife game going. This thing's wicked. And I don't care what anybody says. I like Spartan. I like Curtis. I like Mike. I like that whole crew. They've been good to me. They're kind to me. And Bill Harsey is one of my top 3 favorite designers of all time. He's been a godsend and a friend who's been there when I needed him. So I'm looking forward to that. Is that it? Hopefully that's it, because that's a lot of... Okay, so those are the knives. Sorry about the noise. Now, the architects, I'm going to try to push through and get them done, and there was a couple that JR wanted me to get done, so I'm going to turn everything quick. Real quick, guys, we're coming to the end. I want to shout, Last Huntsman, out again. This knife deserves a production run. It's that good. I really believe it's that good. I have no dog in the fight, none. It was made by Bear Forest Knives. Spirit of the Bear did the leather work. Just awesome, awesome. And Gabe did a phenomenal job on this design. So for you guys out there, if you work for a knife company, if you know a knife company, if you got contacts, this thing deserves it, man. Now, I've been asked why I haven't mentioned Work Tough Gear in correlation to this. I thought Mr. Vic was slammed for the next couple of years. I would love for Work Tough Gear to make this. So make no mistake about that. Work Tough Gear is always, obviously, first on my choice list. They just are, for obvious reasons. They've been good to me. Them and ROSECRAFT, 2 best companies towards my channel ever. Okay? But I think this deserves a production run. I'd like to see it produced. So there's that. I'm sending this back to Gabe. Now, Jacob Peterson at Exodus Knife and Tool. Brother, I'm sending your sheath back to you. That big tank of a knife, that I adored. Man, that thing was a bulldozer. Love that. I love the Adventure Craft, but he sent 2 sheaths, and when I sent his knife and the Kydex back, I forgot to send the leather. So, brother, that's coming to you. Gabe, this is coming to you. Last thing. Well, 2 last things. This is the Geotech 39, I believe. Let me make sure. Yeah, Geotech 39. They sent this to me for review. I am probably going to do this knife tomorrow. I absolutely love everything about it. Carl Ruger had gifted me the Geotech 37. I might do some comparisons between the two, but I love this knife, and shout out to Geotech. And again, guys, here's the thing. When I talk about, I'm not in it for free knives. I'm not. When a company sends you a knife, I already know when they send me one, I'm going to lower the value on it exponentially, from the beating on it to whatever. So it's not the free knife. I want you to understand that. But it is putting into work, because I work 50 to 60 hours a week outside in the heat. It is a nice thing. And a lot of times I downplay stuff, but honestly, I do appreciate when a company sends me something. I just do, because I've worked myself from nothing to here. But the only reason I can do that, the biggest reason of all, is sitting on the couch in the other room. Without Meg, this doesn't happen. Then without you, it doesn't happen. I want y'all to know something. We're moving forward with positive. I always make content about trolls and talk shit and stuff because it's fun. It always gets misconstrued. Don't worry about, I'm not. But I'm going to start leaving that behind, because I want you guys who support, who comment on every damn video, who watch every video, who are there for me over and over and over again, who are the biggest part of this channel. I want to say thank you. Seriously, thank you. Now, we're moving in a different direction. Chris Hall, my brother from another mother, a couple years ago, let me use his one-win hammock setup. He had the overquilt, the underquilt, the whole nine. I fell in love with hammock camping. I fell in love with One Win. Blackie Thomas is a big supporter of One Win. By the way, Blackie's getting close to 100K. Donnie's getting close to 100K. Shout these guys out. Go check them out. They're worth checking out. Donnie and Blackie. I think Donnie's almost there. Donnie's going to cross first. Let's get Blackie there, and then I'll get there. I'm not worried about getting there. I'll get there. I'm enjoying the ride. Having said that, though, One Wind reached out to me and said, hey, would you like to try some of our products? I said, hell yeah, because I'm thinking a hammock or something. So they sent me. Now, I do like this product. It's a one-man solitary shelter poncho. It's actually pretty damn impressive. Blackie's there's a bunch of videos on these things. I could not have done this video last year. I would have had to said no. I think everything happens for a reason. I want you to understand that. I've always been a big believer in that. I've lost weight. I feel better. So, guys, we're going to start taking on some of this stuff. Now, listen, I don't want to hear, and I know it's just the internet. I know, well, Scab, you could just get a talk. I could do a lot of things. There's a lot of things I could do. I do this channel the way I want to do it, to have fun. I don't need a second job. I already bust my ass. I want to have some fun. I want to check some products out. I already know people are going to talk shit. Fine. But what I'm saying to you is, I'm going to give all of this an honest shot. Just like the knives. Whether you buy it or don't, give a shit. None of it goes in my pocket. Please know that. But I am impressed with One Win. I am impressed with what they do. I actually tried this on probably 60, 70 pounds ago, and it covered me. So tomorrow, Megatron's going to help me, and I'm going to do a series on this. The first video is probably going to be out in the yard, just setting it up, getting in it. The next video is going to be out on a trail, actually using it in a rainstorm. October the 19th will be my 53rd birthday. I have several goals for October the 19th. I want to weigh 250 pounds. I am 12 or 13 pounds away from that. That's about 4 pounds a month. That's doable. I want to get there. The other thing I want to do is do a kayaking camping trip. I'm going to use this for my shelter. That's the goal. So we'll do 3 videos, and I'll make up my own mind. And please don't take offense to that. I don't. If I wanted to do everybody else's opinion, I would have never started this channel, ever. I'd just watch somebody else's video and go, oh, okay. It's not what I want to do. And I want to give you a legit look. Why would I want to do this? Well, because as I go and I think about it, man, I'm 52, middle-aged. I'm losing weight, trying to get in shape. There's a lot of guys like me out there. I don't want anybody getting conned. So I figure if I do 3 or 4 videos with this, We'll get a good look. And if it don't work, it don't work. But it might work for some and not others. But I want to make up my own opinion. Plus, the goal for the 19th isn't just, oh, I'm camping out. It's the weight loss. It's being able to get on the ground, guys. Some of you will never understand that. Thank God. But when you get yourself to a point where you can't get on the damn ground and you can't get back up, it's not only embarrassing, it's backbreaking. It's soul crushing. So the goal is to sleep on the ground under a shelter. Not everything's that deep, I get it. But understand with this channel, when I set goals, it is that deep to me. I love y'all. You have no idea. No matter how smart ass or shitty ass I can come off, I love you. I really do. I appreciate each and every one of you. God bless you. Have a great weekend. For everybody at Blade Show, get some pictures. Tag me in them. I love y'all. I'll see you next year. Happy anniversary to Megatron, the love of my life, hands down, no doubt. I'm Scab. You're not. I'm gone, son. Love y'all. I never know how to end these things. Well, leave it to me to talk about my 3 causes and then not mention them. We got to do these. There was a time in this country where 22 vets a day took their own lives. Now, stats are everywhere. They are. They're everywhere. They're anywhere, honestly, from 15 to 29. And on a weekend, that number ranges from about 25 to 30. That's why here on this channel, we focus on the number 0. Our goal is to raise awareness about hashtag 22 a day. We're not a charity. We don't try to be. We don't take in money. None of that. Raising awareness. It's amazing to me how many folks do not know of the tragedy of 22 a day. So we try to bring it up. And vets, all in the world that means is you're welcome here. We don't fleece you. We don't harass you. We just want you to know you're here. We want to know you're here. We love you and we appreciate you. I back the blue. It's a personal choice. I am not arguing with one single solitary soul about it. I have my reasons. Although the whole will scab back the blue till it happens to you. It's happened to me. Take a good look. More than it'll happen to you. I have my reasons, but I'm not here to shove them down your throat. We can agree to disagree, or we don't have to agree at all. My cause, and I believe in it. Finally, if you are an addict, and I am, and you can tell that some days, never quit quitting. Thank you for checking it out. We'll leave it at that. Listen, Steins vs. Knives. Big shout out to that guy. Steins vs. Knives. I'm fixing to send him some Work Tough Gear stuff, and before anybody says one single solitary word about it, let me tell you something. That dude has taken one knife and made a shit ton of videos. He is putting in the work. If we can help somebody out, and we can, I want to give him a chance to get some more videos done. I'm going to send him some Work Tough Gear, but I want you guys to go subscribe. Steins vs. Knives. That being said, I am Scab. You are not, and I'm gone, son. Have a good weekend.